the captain. Hey, man, I think you should have got some votes for Defensive Player of the Year. That's just my personal opinion.
I appreciate it, man.
But take me into your season, because as I talk to the people, what came across to me was every game, you made big plays. Some guys just have a knack, man, and it felt like that's you. Do you sense that about yourself, that if it's time for an impact play, you're a guy that can bring that to your team?
I just, like, throughout the course of games, man, I just, I try to do my best to stay consistent in my job. And I trust the fact that, the other 10 guys on the field going to do their job. And I'm a big believer in, if you're doing the right thing, then the play's going to come to you. You don't go out there trying to do too much extra, because that's when you start overthinking, overprocessing, and then you can mess yourself up. But, you just stay true to your technique and just execute the play call, then the play's going to come to you eventually.
So when we talk about you being a big play guy, I think there's a mischaracterization. People, when they talk about you as a recruit, they're like, hey, he kind of came kind of out of obscurity. No, man, you had Virginia Tech. You had a bunch of big-time offers, and then you flipped to Michigan. So it wasn't like you were this under-the-radar guy. But you were a receiver who made the switch. And I remember, I'll tell you a story. So I was talking to Klink before the 22 season, and he was like, man, Mikey, it's like, dog, we're not going to have that much of a drop-off at nickel. And I'm like, man, we're not doing the interview right now, Clint.
Right.
Like we're not on camera.
Yeah.
This just you and me talking.
Yep.
And he said, man, I'm telling you, his football IQ, first of all, he's an outstanding athlete, but his football IQ, his football instincts, these are things that I think people don't necessarily quantify as much when they're talking about football players. They're doing 40 time, height, weight. They don't do IQ. They don't do instincts. And those are some of the things that he talked up about you.
Right. And yeah, I would just say, like, the intangibles, those are the things that matter the most to me. The things that, you can't see. You can't see the amount of, determination in a guy's heart. You can't see a guy's mindset. You can feel it out there on the field. You can see, like, what he does day to day. But, guys, when I get drafted, they'll say I'm undersized. They'll question my speed, but, come combine time, I have the ability to prove them wrong. You know what I mean? Prove myself right, of course.
Oh, I would just say, watch my tape.
Exactly. And then you turn the tape on, the tape speaks for itself. You know what I mean? And that goes for all the undersized guys out there. Like, you put good stuff on tape, they will never have anything bad to say about you.
Yeah, man. So I remember the sequence in the game. There was a third down. I'm talking about against Iowa. There was a third down early in the game. I almost had a pick. I don't know what happened on that. I don't know what happened.
Look, I say if he throws an on-time ball, that's a pick.
Okay, okay. All right, so we'll go with that. And then after that, it's a third and short, right? This is their best scoring position of the day. Third and short, and you hit him at like 1 yard. Like, he caught it like 1 yard from the yard to gain, and you jarred it loose. That's another game. So that's two game-changer plays. Then you had them backed up against their own red zone, and another strip sack game-changing play that sets up a touchdown. And that's what I'm talking about. Impact plays at a time when you need it. And this was a day where, I was listening to JJ said we didn't have our best game today, but that's what a team is, right? If the offense is not doing its best, then the defense and special teams will pick it up like you guys did in that game.
Complementary football, that's what we talk about all the time. And, every day we tell the offense, or every game we tell the offense, look, no matter what you guys do, we got y'all back. We're going to find a way to get y'all the football, whether it's a 3-and-out, whether it's a turnover, or even just a field goal, just to keep y'all in position, to keep y'all, give y'all a short field to work with, something to help y'all get going.
So give me, your defensive end. Where did you get? I know you were a defensive guy in high school. I thought maybe you came in as a defensive guy initially, didn't you, or was it always receiver?
I came in unquestioned, still with the option to play offense or defense. But
right.
Coach Brown is the one that recruited me.
Right, I remember. I remember when you committed, man.
Yeah.
I remember when you committed. And so, but you make the switch over to defense, and there has to be someone who influences you or helps develop you the most. I want to give you the credit for doing the work. But who helped you kind of grow as a player to the point that you are right now?
Defensively?
Defensively, yeah.
Everybody, really. Literally everybody. From Coach Harbaugh, he saw the vision first. He asked me if I wanted to make the switch. The first person I worked with was Steven Adegoke, who was an intern or GA at the time, who's with the Texans, I want to say right now. The day after Coach Harbaugh called me, I sent him a text. I said, when we going to start working? The following day, we were in the film room. We didn't even do technique. It was film. He was teaching me the playbook. And then we got to the field. We didn't do no drills. It was go out there. This is what a curve flat is. This is what a seam flat is. This is what a hook is. Teaching me different zones on the field. And then from there was, I got to spring ball. It was with Coach Klink. I was with every other DB in the room. And then just being able to gain the trust, earn the trust of my teammates from the front end to the backers to the DBs. And just, they trusted that, you know what, Mikey, like, you may not be the most technical guy at the moment, but we know you're going to go out there and give 100% effort all the time. And then just, constantly being pushed by the other DBs in the room. And then this offseason, big credit to Levert Hill, former player. Vert, man, he helped me out a lot this offseason with, technique, doing drill work. And then, just the rest of the guys that were, with us in there working.
Yeah, man, I guess I'm surprised that technique was the thing that said, well, it's not going to be – because you were a technician as a receiver. That was one of the things that stood out to me. But obviously you're a technician as a DB right now, which you said something that made me think of a play you made against Maryland. So talk me through your first interception. They're 3 deep. And, man, you peel off and you pick it off. So talk me through, was that in the moment you kind of knew what was coming, or did you read through? How did you make that play? Talk me through that.
So they ran, I'm pretty sure it was 4 verticals, and, we were in zone cover 3, and I'm a curl flat player. So I rerouted through 2, got to 1, punched out underneath 1, ball came my way. Like another one, just doing my job, doing my responsibility. He threw the ball out there. He probably thought, he had more space, more time than.
Yeah.
Probably didn't see me. He's short, I'm short. So he probably didn't see me. And we knew going into the game that they liked, when throwing verticals, he liked the outside portion because it's harder for him to see over the line, the interior, seeing over all those guys because of his height. And that he likes the outside throws, easier for him to make. So he probably thought, the receiver out there was open.
Right.
And then, there I go, right underneath it.
Right, man. I mean, I get why. I mean, they playing over the top. That comeback is open. But, no, it was not open.
Yeah.
Because you're playing your technique as you played out, man. It has been a pleasure to really watch you grow as a player. It's been a pleasure to watch this team and how close you are. This is indicative of that, this event today. So what does this feel like? You guys are in the arena, and you see 100,000 people, so it's not like you don't always see a bunch of Michigan fans. But I just feel like you don't see their faces when you're playing. Here, you see their faces. What does that feel like?
It's awesome. Seeing them happy makes me happy. And these are the people that support us every single day. And to be able to, have that face-to-face interaction and just see how, some of them get a little blushy, faces might turn red a little bit. Some of them might be a little shy, like. And, my thing is like, look, I'm the same person as you know what I mean? Like, just because I go out there on Saturdays and, do what I've been blessed to do, I'm still just like you are, and I'm as happy to see you as you are as happy to see me.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. And so we were talking to Blake about you, and he said, listen, man, one of the best players in the country right there. That dude, so it does feel like people were – not people at Michigan, but outside of Michigan felt like they were sleeping on you. He's like, I don't think they're sleeping no more. So what about him? He talked about you. Tell me about Blake.
Man, we already know about Blake. Like, it was unfortunate he got hurt last year. But look how things play out. You know what I mean? Like, he got hurt. He's back, and accomplishing more. But we know that if Blake didn't get hurt, he would have been out last year. Would have won the Heisman last year. And I actually hosted Blake when he was a recruit. And I knew he was special then. But, like, to see how, going from COVID to, his growth every single day from being a football player, being a leader, his consistency, like, he is one of the best running backs in the country. In my opinion, the best running back in the country. That's my guy. I'm going to take him over anybody any single day. And just the man he is, like, Blake has helped me grow as a man, spiritually. That's my brother right there, brother for life.
Yeah, man. How many dogs you got?
I got 3 now. We gave the 4th one we gave to my girlfriend's auntie.
Okay, yeah, I was like, man, they said you got a pack over there.
I got a cat too over there. So.
But now they said Blake got 2 big dogs. He has 2 big, like big dogs.
2 big dogs, yeah. I don't know the breeds, but so one of my dogs that hung out with his dog, but his dog was still a puppy at the time.
Okay.
But he was scared of my dog and everything. So.
Well, Mikey, it's been a real pleasure, man. Pleasure to watch you grow. Pleasure to watch this team, and we'll leave with this. You see how close this team is where all you guys are out here on your off day. That's number one. I know you're giving back, but you're also supporting the teammate. It feels like that's been a core element in how you guys have weathered this storm around you. It kind of fended it off, that you guys, you didn't just stick together. I mean, this is one of the closest team I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Have you felt that?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Coach Harbaugh says something about bet, like bring everybody together. You know, the way we said it wasn't how he interpreted it. But, you know, when you break it down and, you know, put it like that, like, that's truly what we've done this season. And that just goes to show, like, you know, Coach Harbaugh loves his team. He treats us like we're his own sons. And, you know, to feel that love from your coach, it makes it easy to have that culture. And, you know, we love each other as brothers. We play for each other. And, you know, it's no surprise that, you know, when Coach Harbaugh, you know, got suspended for 6 games, that we're able to come together, gel together, and, you know, come closer, because ultimately there's 2 types of teams. There's a team that will break down because of something like this. Be like, oh, man, they took our coach away. You know, woe is me. You know, it's because of them. We're not whatever. No, we didn't take that approach. We took the approach that, all right, you know what? They took our coach away from us. We're gonna go play for our coach. We're gonna play for each other, play for this university. We're gonna have Coach Morris back, and you know, see the success that he's had while stepping up in a huge position.
Right,
it's a huge position, especially that 3-game stretch was the biggest stretch of, you know, he might coach in his life. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, and I wish Coach Moore the biggest success. One day he's gonna be a great head coach. But you know, to see how he handled that situation and stepped up that big in that role, man, it was such a good thing to see.
So, man, you about to go to the NFL after you handle your business here in Michigan. After that, you going to coach or you going to commentate? Because you could be a commentator if you want to. So which one you going to do?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll see where God leads me. But, you know, I think he's blessed me with enough to do, you know, one or the other.
I hear that.
If not both.
All right? All right. Well, Mikey, appreciate your time, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Sam.
Mike Sainristil, Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Ten, in my opinion.